In the book of Ezekiel, chapter 26, a prophecy against Tyre. In the 11th year, on the first day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, because Tyre has said of Jerusalem, Aha, the gate to the nations is broken and its doors have swung open to me. Now that she lies in ruins, I will prosper. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says: I am against you, O Tyre, and I will bring many nations against you, like the sea casting up its waves. They will destroy the walls of Tyre and pull down her towers. I will scrape away her rubble and make her a bare rock. Out in the sea, she will become a place to spread fish nets, for I have spoken, declares the sovereign Lord. She will become plunder for the nations, and her settlements on the mainland will be ravaged by the sword. Then they will know that I am the Lord. For this is what the sovereign Lord says: From the north, I'm going to bring against Tyre Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, king of kings, with horses and chariots, with horsemen and a great army. He will ravage your settlements on the mainland with the sword. He will set up siege works against you. Build a ramp up to your walls and raise his shields against you. He will direct the blows of his battering rams against your walls and demolish your towers with his weapons. His horses will be so many that they will cover you with dust. Your walls will tremble at the noise of the war horses, wagons, and chariots when he enters your gates, as men enter a city whose walls have been broken through. The hoofs of his horses will trample all your streets. He will kill your people with the sword, and your strong pillars will fall to the ground. They will plunder your wealth and loot your merchandise. They will break down your walls and demolish your fine houses and throw your stones, timber, and rubble into the sea. I will put an end to your noisy songs, and the music of your harps will be heard no more. I will make you a bare rock, and you will become a piece to spread fish nets. You will never be rebuilt, for I, the Lord, have spoken, declares the sovereign Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to Tyre. Will not the coastlands tremble at the sound of your fall when the wounded groan and the slaughter takes place in you? Then all the princes of the coast will step down from their thrones and lay aside their robes and take off their embroidered garments, clothed with terror. They will sit on the ground, trembling every moment, appalled at you. Then they will take up a lament concerning you and say to you, How you are destroyed, O city of renown, peopled by men of the sea. Peopled by men of the sea. You were a power on the seas, you and your citizens. You put your terror on all who live there. Now the coastlands tremble on the day of your fall. The islands and the sea are terrified at your collapse. This is what the sovereign Lord says: When I make you a desolate city, like cities no longer inhabited, and when I bring the ocean depths over you and its vast waters cover you, then I will bring you down with those who go down to the pit, to the people of long ago. I will make you dwell in the earth below as in ancient ruins, with those who go down to the pit, and you will not return or take your place in the land of the living. I will bring you to a horrible end, and you will be no more. You will be sought, but you will never again be found, declares the sovereign Lord. Okay, so there is a lot here, and so again, this is during the time of where, right before the exile of Israel, of Judah, going to Babylon. And so here's Ezekiel giving all these prophecies, telling what's going to happen to his community, his own community, as well as all the communities and the kingdoms around them. Remember, the Lord wanted it to be as Israel to be an example, a shining hope, a light of love, a reflection of love. And occasionally, particularly at the very beginning, they were some of that, but they never defeated all the Canaanites and removed them. They never fully focused on the Lord, and slowly but surely, their heart was led astray. And so now you have these kingdoms. Remember, they were supposed to be leading, but now they were showing and leading by hate, leading by fear, leading by greed, leading by envy, everything against the Ten Commandments, everything that does not represent what the Lord is all about. Love for worship of the Lord, love for yourself, and love for your neighbor as yourself. And so now we're seeing the consequences. And here's Ezekiel telling the nation of Tyre that they were one of the nations that were happy to see the downfall of Israel and Judah. They were happy to bear witness to it because they were a nation that was filled with, of course, rituals and other worshiping of other things. But because Israel was leading by incorrect example, they too took note. And so they too saw that there was gloating to be had. There was things to be said about Israel, even though they were just as bad and they were just as wicked as Israel was at that time. And so the Lord was utilizing Ezekiel to let them know this is being shown. And although you're seeing Israel's downfall, although you're seeing Judah be exiled, you too, the same king who is destroying Judah at that time, is going to be utilized to destroy Tyre as well. And so bringing past to present, though, what we can see is, what we can take from this is to unbreak a pattern. A lot of times where you see moral stories, you hear about things where there's a pattern. One person takes an action, the other person gets revenge, then the other person gets revenge on that, then the other person gets revenge on that. It could be a community, it could be families, it could be groups of people, but you see a pattern of wickedness. You see a pattern of, instead of forgiving, instead of moving on, instead of growing together, you see hate, you see envy, you see greed. And within that, you see destruction, as you can see here. So what we can take is, we can see a pattern that is the Lord's telling us to prevent, to look to Him for guidance, to look to Him for strength, for understanding, for someone to lean on. When something has been wrong, when we have been wronged by someone, we can lean on the Lord, because it is the Lord that fights our battles. It is the Lord who protects us. He is the good shepherd. Before we go on, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?